Hello YouTube, this is Al coming to you once again for Kindred Souls of Brooklyn. And you guys might be wondering why I'm standing out here in the rain outside of the Polynesian. Well, I'm actually near the Samoa building. And the reason I'm standing here is because I love Disney and also a big fan of John Lennon. And while I was around the area, I had to take a video of this very famous spot. And I'm going to show you. The Beatles actually broke up in 1974, December 29th. A lot of people don't realize that the Beatles actually broke up at the Polynesian Resort, and the reason for that was that because they had so much money and they owned so many things, it took them a while to figure out who was going to get what and how things were going to work out. So finally in 1974 everything was figured out, and John, Paul, George and John decided, hey, they were going to break up the Beatles officially. But John was a little funny, and a lot of times he had gone through different stages in his life that were kind of unpredictable, and at this very stage in his life he was broken up from Yoko Ono. He had his son Julian, and he was with his secretary May Pang. So John was also very funny about legal stuff. So the other Beatles knew that. So what they did was they said, listen, we don't know what John's going to do. We're going to have the official breakup in New York, and we're going to do it a couple of blocks away from Central Park, from the Dakota, where John Lennon lived. This way there's no entanglements or anything like that. But guess what? John still found a way to entangle it, because when the moments came, he decided, hey, I'm going to spend Christmas holidays down in Florida at Disney World. So he took May Pang and Julian, and they all went down to the Polynesian. So when the other Beatles found this out, when the day came that they were going to actually do the breakup, they were furious, and what they did was they sent the attorney down to Florida to try to find John. And sure enough, they found John. He was down here at the Polynesian, which is an absolutely beautiful resort, and they found him down here. And if you guys ever want to come visit it, it's the Samoa building, room 1601. I'm going to show it to you now. And John was outside on the veranda, and he signed the papers that officially broke up the Beatles. So with no further ado, I'm going to flip the camera around. Hopefully you get a good idea of it. And it's going to show you the outside of the room. Obviously, I can't go inside the room, but this will give you a good idea. I hope you enjoy it. And with no further ado, head in to see the room.
Coming in hot.
All right. Coming in hot. Oh, there we go. So here we go, folks. Hey guys, did you guys know, I'm doing a video right now. Did you guys know in room 1601 something very famous happened in that room? That's where the Beatles officially broke up. John Lennon was the last one to sign the paperwork, and he signed the paperwork on the veranda right outside of that room.
Really?
You can look it up on the internet. Yeah. Not a lot of interested Beatles fans out there, but regardless, folks, this is the room where John Lennon stayed.
What, this room?
This room. This is where the Beatles officially broke up. He signed the paperwork on the veranda right outside.
Really? This 1601?
That's where John Lennon stayed, yeah. Look it up on the internet, you'll see it.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So there you go, there's an interested Beatles fan. I was like, what the heck is going on? So folks, you know I'm a huge Disney fan, also a big John Lennon fan. So you gotta figure, folks, it's pouring out here. But this is the resort hasn't changed all that much from when John was here. So this would have been the view that John would have seen with Julian and May Pang if they would have come out the main entrance. This is the pool out in the front. And I'm gonna show you the exact spot where the Beatles officially broke up, when he sat at the little table with the chairs, and where he sat and the view that he had. Of course the Grand Floridian wasn't actually there in those days, but this is what John Lennon would have seen if he came out the main entrance and he made a right. Captain Cook's little tavern there, like little snack area, is still right over there. Probably would have eaten in there. This is what he saw. And folks, right here, this is the spot where the official Beatle breakup occurred. Room 1601 on that little veranda right there. I mean, obviously the table is different, the chairs are different, but the same idea. That's where John Lennon sat when the Beatles officially broke up. And this would have been the view that he would have looked at when he signed with that pen. Pretty amazing, folks, pretty amazing. And it's amazing too that, well, so many people don't know that, but you know, it's been a lot of years. This pool was here as well, so they probably would have gone in this pool. This was John Lennon's favorite resort, I'm sure, as well as a lot of people. And you know, John Lennon was Walt Disney's favorite Beatle. A lot of people don't know that either, so it's kind of interesting. But Folks, I really hope you enjoyed that little tour. I'm going to head back in now, get on the monorail, and meet some family members over in the Magic Kingdom. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked this video, give me a like. Send me a comment. Really appreciate it. See you real soon. Al signing off from the Magical Kingdom. Soon to be there. Bye.